these as hints, as you sort of gathered. For the IACA, you can configure it via USB. You only need that connection for the initial configuration. After that, once you've got an IP connection to it, you can configure it via Telnet. And the guys from UMETSAT actually do a very useful utility that enables you to configure that. Actually, I think it actually even works over USB. Looks like COM5 or whatever the port is. And we tried it actually on Francis's machine. A couple of us have tried it, and it works very nicely. Thank you. Oh, well. There may be some problems. Dish problems. Dish 5 getting a good signal? Well, you may not be able to put two LMBs, you may not be able to put them close enough together to pick up the 10-degree and the 9-degree signals. As Charles Bates has already said, maybe actually you don't even need to do that. You would, of course, need to have the LNB on top. But you would need to have the LNB pointed in the right direction. I have nothing against Glasgow. I've had some nice food there. The BBC have got nice studios. But all of these were taken in Glasgow. No, that won't be separately independent. So what we... I say you're so tempted. You've just bought this box, nice box, .103 for the address. I'm going to edit my REC beta. I'm going to point it to the new box. No. You point it to the receivers. It again goes against the grain, but look, the packets are coming into this PC. So a telecast has got to be told to look for the packets coming into this PC. Because they're broadcast packets, you didn't mind where this was coming from. You wanted to know where it was going to. Okay? That's the first thing. I've made that mistake now twice. I'm supposed to know about it. You may want to keep a separate network. That's my recommendation. It's GeoMetsat's recommendation. You think, oh heck, separate network. What have I got? Got another router from Sky or something? No. You take an Ethernet lead. Plug it from the receiver into the PC. Simple. What do I need a crossover? It doesn't matter. The box sorts out whether it's crossover or not. So that actually isn't an issue. So don't think that just because I say use a separate network, that means you've got to buy lots of other boxes. Or you need to buy an Ethernet lead, but you need to buy one of those anyway, unless they decide to put one in the box, which would be a very nice gesture. I found one. I got some random piece of cable. It was supposed to be Ethernet. Oh, Ethernet, it's Ethernet, but I had to change. I changed the cable, and the system started working properly. There were some odd missed packets. I've also changed to using a 1 gigabit switch. 1 gigabit. You think that's expensive, wouldn't it? It's about £9.98 from Dabs or something. Yeah. Not expensive. If you're going to do it properly, obviously use a proper 1 gigabit switch if you want to connect in multiple PCs. And check that your cables are gigabit Ethernet rather than just sort of random off the back of a lorry Ethernet cables. One issue we saw in Francis's, I'm not sure it's quite resolved yet, was the need to wake up the network card. It seemed that when Francis switched everything on from scratch, it didn't quite work. I went out and had a look at it, rebooted the system, and it worked. Then I also made some minor changes just to sort of wake up the LAN adapter, wake up the SR1 receiver, and that seemed to work even over a cold boot. And then the next time that Francis tried it, well, it didn't work. So David Simmons had a look at this and found, well, look, actually, you don't even need to tell the telecast software where to look for the packets. If you don't specify the address there, it will simply look at all the interfaces on the PC, and that, I think, got the system working, didn't it, David?
It did.
It did.
So it seems a very simple way of solving.
We'll have to write that one up just so it's in the notes
yeah.
if it doesn't work. I think one of the differences was that, I mean, my system's on all the time. I switch it on feeding multiple PCs. We had one power cut a few weeks back, and that's the only time the box has been switched off. So it's always on. I know other people don't work like that.
I think the problem with the RPC out there that was causing this trouble was...
The hearings. Tell me later, we'll be Q&A later. Very briefly, what can go right? With adding a switch, you don't need 4 receivers. You don't need 4 receiver boxes anymore. I'd probably love to sell you 4 receiver boxes, but you can talk to up to 4, 8 or whatever PCs, because these packets are just spewing out, and they're just going to go there. If you've got an 8-port repeater or something, you're going to get those packets on all 8 ports. So you just connect them into the PC, pay for your telecast license, and away you go. The receivers, as both of the boxes, are top quality professional receivers, so they're more modern, they're more sensitive, and they work better. So to me, having the SNMP is an advantage in one of the receivers. So I see Francis champing at the bit. Let's get on with the raffle or whatever. Or even the AGM. Pretty quite boring. We'll spice it up. We can have an auction as well.
An auction?
What we're going to do, update the receiver hardware, buy a box, plug it in. Change one line, point your dish, and you're up and running. Later. Come on, that's it. I want to very much thank the guys from Canada, the guys from Israel, for providing test receivers to GEO, which we've passed around, various reports on you can read. UMETSAT are providing some excellent user guides, and a lot of the guys in GEO, particularly David and Alan, have done the testing and have allowed me to put their results up on the website for you to see. Any questions? Good, Francis.
I'm not surprised there are no questions. He makes it sound so easy. Yeah, absolutely. And I fiddle about for hours and I just can't solve these problems. And
I've got one question.
Just a click of a switch.
Read the manual.
Here we go. Yeah,
read the manual, David, if I may.
What do you do in your spare time?
He hasn't got it.